Hey, this is Corey from Wolfpack Woodcraft, and today we're going to continue the 10C series with combustion device. So stay tuned. Alright, when it comes to a combustion device, again, the options are huge. You can go all the way to a friction fire bow drill set, to a flint and steel option, to a ferro rod and striker, to a lighter, a barbecue lighter, to a Bic lighter that I have in this case. When it comes to combustion, the goal is to start a fire, right? And so when I have my kit, I have flint and steel because it's fun to practice. And I also have a ferro rod and a designated striker because this works when it's wet and everything. So in case of an emergency, I can get spark. Now starting a fire with a spark is a lot harder than starting it with a flame. But if this gets wet, it won't work, you know. Or if it runs out of fuel, it won't work. And so there's pros and cons to each. Starting a fire with flint and steel seems impossible sometimes. So when you're really in need of that fire, this isn't a surefire method. You're not guaranteed a fire with this kit. If you practice and you get good, ferro rod is a really good option. I carry a ferro rod. I have a backup ferro rod here just in case. And I like the big ones because it's just easier. You can get a lot bigger stroke, which makes a lot more spark, which heats up the material and combusts it. So I try to get big ferro rods. And I just took 1-inch Gorilla Tape and wrapped it around here for a handle. Plus I can use that Gorilla Tape for other things. I can make a bird's nest out of it. I can do repairs with it. And so when Caroline's camping, this is her preferred method. She likes to get whatever she's got, light it on fire, and be done with it. And for me, I have a Bic lighter that I have in this Exotac case, which makes it float and it protects it and keeps it dry and everything, so that in case of an emergency, I not only can find it because it's orange, but I can also start a fire very effectively, very easy with a Bic lighter. But the primary method I use is ferro rod because it's something that I want to get really good at. And when there's something that I want to get good at, I try to use that method so many times that I forget how to do it wrong. Okay? So eventually I'm going to be able to start a fire with a ferro rod in any condition, any weather, anything, because I've done it. And I've done it so many times that I forgot how to do it wrong. And so you can see my ferro rod's pretty beat up and well used because this is the method that I've been using on everything for quite a while now. I'm actually pretty good at using a ferro rod. And so always having a combustion device is very important, but always having a combustion device that's surefire is also very important. So I carry these mini infernos. You know, they're little pads of wax and cotton and stuff so that they ignite and they start a fire very effectively, very easy. I also carry a big chunk of fat wood, and so fat wood can start a fire very fast, very effectively. I also have these little tinders that start up. I usually also, I think I had it in another video, I also have live fire, and I carry live fire on me almost all the time. It's either in my Jeep or it's usually in my fire kit, but I must have took it out for another video. And that is my go-to method. If I need a fire and I need it right now, I take my ferro rod, I strike it on that live fire or wet fire. I use wet fire a lot too. And it gets my fire going. Even if my materials are wet or damp, I can still get a fire going with the mini infernos, the live fire, or the wet fire. So Surefire is always in my kit in some way. Different methods of starting fire are always in my kit, so that in case of an emergency, I can make that fire, I can get warm, I can keep the animals away, I can feel safe. And so combustion device is very important when it comes to the 5 C's of survivability. And so making sure that you have multiple options is a good idea. All right, so if you found any information in here you liked, make sure to like and share my videos. Also, make sure to leave your knowledge and your questions in the comment section. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and come join the pack. I have a new video every Sunday and Thursday, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.